Well, I guess,
Any others?
more of an internal one, but we talked about already, is time, and over the long run, whether we can sustain the effort of maintaining the information and having a point of contact for other folks. Across the nation, there's some independent living programs that just serve Native American programs. We don't have one like that in California that I'm aware of. So I think, that just maintaining the point of contact and having a resource, that's going to be a threat for us.
Okay. Well, I think this has been a pretty good job on one goal. We still have the others to do, but I hope you feel, now that we've been through this one, that it's not too difficult to come up with the information we need to. And again, if we missed anything that you think of later that you wished you had gotten into this, there's obviously still the opportunity to get that in. And then we can, and again, as I said, we can always go over these and wordsmith them to get them to be exactly reflective of the points we were trying to make. So I think this may be a good time to stop with that and to give Peter his time. But before we do that, if anybody has any comments or further input on what we've done so far,
like we mentioned earlier, Gail, again, once these notes or the recording, is posted on the website, but especially once the notes go out from these minutes or this meeting, again, I know we're all totally busy, but to continue to add onto or make any more comments on what we did today, if we could do it via email and then reply all, that would be great.
Yeah, that's absolutely, it's a wonderful point, and if everybody could do that, and we will get the notes out, hope that spurs everyone to think more of this. I know you have many other things that are competing for your time and your talents and your abilities, but this is important if this is going to be successful, to get everybody as fully involved in this as we possibly can. And I anticipate we will be setting up at least one more meeting like this. I'm hopeful that perhaps we might be able to have another in-person meeting to conclude the whole process, but whether or not we'll actually be able to do that, I have no idea. And so with that, unless anybody has anything further they would like to get stated at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Peter.
Oh, yep. You hear me, everybody?
Yep.
Okay. So
Peter?
one of the things that we talked about at our meeting in Santa Rosa was the need to train some folks, and Dave Tripp reminded me of that when I went to visit him at the Hoopa reservation, and so I put in like a last-minute ARA project proposal, and hopefully everybody got a copy of the attachment. But basically, bare bones, the idea was to look at what we would call a Native American 121 program navigator kind of setup. So this is somebody that would become, or a couple of people, I guess, per 121 was the vision, to go out and do some outreach into the Native American community, and then with employers and things like that around disability issues. And again, this was last minute, and I apologize that I didn't have time to throw more ideas around to the group. So I'm not even sure at this point whether it fits with what folks were thinking, and I guess I need some validation that this seems to be of interest to people, because if if we do move forward, it's going to be certainly a commitment of my time, but also whoever wants to assist with this project. Any ARA dollars are tied to some reporting requirements. So, but first, very briefly, does this look of interest to people? Any feedback, and then I think would be helpful. And then I think I'd like to set up a separate conference call for folks for us to talk a little bit more about it, those that are interested in it.
Peter, this is Chris, and a long time ago, David and I talked about doing something like this. I think this is an excellent way to maybe open the doors that the ILCs need to have opened, in kind of an introductory, and it gives us an opportunity to work with perhaps one of the Native Americans from one of the tribes locally. I think it's great, and I'd really like to be involved with anything that you do with it.
Okay, great. Thanks, Chris.
Peter, Dr. Val here.
Yeah.
I would love to be involved. I'd like to be able to do something down in this area. It's amazing to me. We really don't have the end to our Shumash tribe here. So this, I think, may be something that the outreach, our district outreach, Santa Barbara district outreach, folks would probably be interested in, and to include my supervisor, I'm definitely interested. I would like to see something happening here on Central Coast. So okay. I'm definitely interested.
Val, do you guys have a 121 program there, or is that just it's an unmet need right now?
It's an unmet need. I beg your pardon?
The closest 121 for there is San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, good.
There's nothing on the Central Coast, Peter. That's why I'm very interested. Anything we can do here in the Central Coast, we're ready.
Okay. All right. Vaughn or David, what are you guys thinking?
This is David. Peter?
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's good. I like what you've done and kind of taken the initiative to take some action. And I think that's good. And if there's anything that I can do, just let me know what you need and I'll do it.
Oh, I'll take you up on that, David.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah.
Oh, this is Vaughn.
Yeah, Vaughn.
Yeah. It looks really good.
Okay.
I'll be happy to help. If we can have a training over in Hawaii, that would be great.
Yes.
Yeah, don't you have some kin folk over there?
You guys are killing me. Well, one of the things, okay, that's good. That's important. What I did is I tied it to the 121 simply because I know there are 4, I guess, in California that exist. And I thought that this would be a way to entice the department to fund it, because the department is always kind of interested in seeing some, as David pointed out to me on the meeting, some more joint cases. So that's why I tied it to the 121s. But I do think, getting folks to the ILCs and at the same time maybe getting some training for ILC staff, I don't know, either way. But what I'd like to do instead of taking the time now is maybe set up a conference call where we could talk about the individual training programs that were identified by Tanner and I as maybe being of use, and to seeing whether that makes sense. And then I know I have to finish up the charter and put it in another week and a half, so that's going to be pretty quick. But I may need to count on somebody to help me coordinate this, because on my own I don't think I'm going to be able to work it out. So you guys be thinking about that if there's someone that wants to help coordinate this project.
What do you mean, Peter? How much time are you talking, and what do you mean by help coordinating it?
Well, there's a couple of things. When you use ARA funds, you have to do some reporting. It's like a paragraph. And they wanted it every week, and I told them that would just not be feasible for me or other folks. So maybe twice a month they're talking about an update. And then the other piece of it is, if we're talking about training folks, we'd have to educate everybody on how to use, what the limits are for training, the overnights, the per diem, the applying for training, the whole department kind of process of procurement, which is a little bit of work too. So those are the kinds of things that I think if we want to send folks to training that we have to look at. Also, I was thinking maybe 2 people per area. I don't know if that makes sense or not. So.
Yeah. I thought, for Peter, this is Tanner. So when initially spoke, when we initially spoke about this, that's why I mentioned, the 4 tribal CRs.
Right.
And because then you have for particular, agencies defined or targeted, and then with the one DR staff and a community member to make it more manageable also.
Right. That's right, Tanner. So, yeah. So there's some things to talk about. Is it possible to get a date on the calendar, or what's the easiest way to get a date that we could maybe have a conference call in the next week or 2?
I got mine open.
Yep, and again, Peter, you can, besides obviously anybody who's available right now with a calendar, but email the rest of the group also. I mean,
Absolutely.
So you can get Suzanne and so.
Right, because I would like to. Okay, so let's see. How about I have time this Friday. I'm pretty open, or next Monday.
I'm open for next Monday, the 20th.
Yeah, I am too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm available on the 20th, Peter.
Okay, Peter. Great. Morning or afternoon? Does it matter? I'm open all day.
Morning.
Morning.
Okay.
Like my son said, not too early.
Not too early for David. Okay. How
10 o'clock would be
10 o'clock work for everybody?
Sounds
Yep.
good.
Yes. Okay, I will send everybody on the committee here an email with the conference call information, and we'll just call in, and we'll keep it pretty straightforward, just to see if we can get the information to move forward and the charter that I need to put together for this. Okay?
Great.
Okay.
All right. And if you haven't had a chance to look over the project proposal and the charter information they need, that might be a good thing so that we can move through it quickly.
Okay.
Okay, great.
All right. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Yale, for giving me some time here.
Thank you, Peter. Hey, could I?
You're welcome, Peter. And thank everybody for participating. I think we made good progress today.
We had such a good show.
Adam or Tanner, have anything you'd like to say in conclusion for today's meeting?
We got a lot accomplished. And I'm really excited about Peter's stuff as well. So it sounds like that's just going to strengthen this even more. So thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tanner?
Yes?
Okay. Tanner?
Hello?
Okay, and I'd just like, I was going to say, if anybody still has any questions about the process, or if they're, at all would like any clarification of any part of what we're doing, you can contact me directly, and I'll be happy to help you.
Somebody had,
and Tanner, were you going to say something?
Was that you, Dr. Val?
It was, and I just wanted to say this has been great. Yale, thank you for facilitating. And
have we lost you?
I'm hoping that we can have a face-to-face sometime in maybe early January. I'm going to try to get up that way, so I'm just putting it out there.
Okay. Thank you all for participating also. Again, I know it's really hard to coordinate everybody's schedule and everything, so the more we can do via email also would be really great.
We'd be happy to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye. Happy Christmas, Merry House. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you, everybody.